Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Grand Parks Event Center for your National Scouting Combine. We're in between drills at the moment as the groups are changing in between the areas, as some are moving over to the bench press and the long jumps, and others are coming here for the agility and the running events. As we do so, we've got a few updates for you guys here live from the event center. So far today in the 40, we've had the leading runner is at a 4.62, and that's Anthony Mullis, actually, the defensive lineman at Livingston College, 6'3", 225. And he has a hell of a story. He's really been preparing for this event very, very diligently. He's been living in the streets. He's made his way into college. He's definitely someone that we're rooting for here at the National Scouting Combine. His acceleration is just through the roof. We know that from his film coming in, and he's proven it here today. That's one of really just the big things here that we'd like to rely on, is that the numbers aren't really what we're looking at. We're not basing a guy's athletic ability off of the numbers. We know what they can do based on their film. And they're coming in here today, and it's really more benchmarks that we're looking to see if they fit. Can they perform at the level we need them to, and will they be able to do that consistently? So when they come into the combine, it's not that the highest runner is the most valuable, but we're looking at, can you really be that guy who comes in and wins with your speed, with your agility, with your power? Or is one of those attributes going to be something that's too low? Are you not going to be able to do it at all? So those are really the things that we're looking for here today of all the drills, of if you hit that benchmark athletically to be able to perform with the film that you've given us. A lot of the guys have come out here and they've really performed well. They've been preparing. Some of them haven't played football due to COVID-19 in quite some time. Some of them have been other sport athletes. We've had a few guys with rugby and other performances as well, and they've come out here and show what kind of athletes they are, which is really something that's been crucial for us here at the National Scouting Combine, is realizing the athletic potential of these young individuals and giving them an opportunity to showcase that for people all around the world, especially the scouts here in Indianapolis. We've really had some great stories, some guys that come out and performed exceptionally. We've had young men of 33 bench reps on the bench press today, which was just an incredible performance to watch. I know a lot of our guys, not only for him as well, but also for the rest of the group, to kind of get that energy and that atmosphere, to be able to grow and learn from that, to get pumped up for the rest of the day. I know we had Jeremiah Waite on earlier, and he was talking about the nerves and kind of how that settled in. I mean, you've traveled to Indianapolis. Most of the guys are coming from a long distance to have an opportunity to perform, and they've really been able to kind of form a camaraderie, form a bond, grow, and be able to not only be impacting themselves, but be able to have an opportunity to grow and make a difference in their lives, make a difference, have an opportunity to perform at the top level of football, which is ultimately all their goals and their dreams. We've talked to several of these young athletes about what their goals are, who they want to play for. We've had some Dallas Cowboys fans, some Ravens fans, some Packers fans. Guys from all around the world have come out here today to come out and perform for us, and we're really looking forward to having them come out here, show the second half of the day, and really get some top priority. I know a lot of the guys right now are working on their Tracer performance and having a fun time with that. It's almost like a real-life video game. We're showcasing your athletic ability, your change of direction, your quickness, but also in a fun way. There's a screen involved. It's almost like a video game, as if you were playing the Wii or some other sort of thing, but we're also learning more about you. You know, everything that's being done here today is not just to see how you perform, but also in what way you do. The scouts aren't just watching you to see what kind of a number you are, what your 40 time is, all those type of things. They're seeing, how do you bend? How do you change direction? What's your agility? Can you burst? Do you have acceleration? Can you rely on your core to be able to move and have those type of change of direction things that you're looking for? It's fluidity. It's smoothness. It's not just, oh, I can do this in this amount of time, but if it looks shaky and looks rocky, well, then is it really that great of a time? I know a lot of people really enjoy seeing those type of things. Sometimes if you have a smooth run, but it's slower, it's better than having a fast run that is not technically sound. I know here at the event center, we're filling up as the scouts are kind of filling in over from the bench press arena over here today now to the main event center to showcase some of the drills and things along those lines. We're getting a live look in at the young man who actually had the 33 bench press reps today. Trying to find his name for you guys here today. I have it here somewhere. It is Darian DeBroussard. He played at Vanderbilt. He has been crushing the combine so far today. He is currently learning more about the Tracer initiative as he's getting some instructions on the drill as of now. Tracer is really a unique set of circumstances as you are and showcasing his ability to impact laterally. Once again, one of the huge things that we've seen here today at the Combine is not only just the athletic competition these guys are going out in, but it's also the camaraderie that's being built. These guys are making relationships as well as the scouts that are really crucial to the day. They're really allowing themselves to get comfortable, relax, loosen up, make those plays, make those athletic ability, because we know that if you're playing loose and playing relaxed, you're going to be able to perform at a higher level. It's not all about just, coming out here and dominating, but it's also coming out here about showing who you are as an athlete, showing about who you are as a person, showcasing your ability to come in and impact the roster, impact the team. That's what these scouts are looking for. They're not just looking for your athletic profile, but they're also looking to kind of get a gauge on who you are as an athlete and who you are as a person. What that impact you can have on the roster is almost more important than what it is going to be as an athletic player. Because if you don't fit in their locker room system, or if you have some sort of contradicting flaw that is just not fitting or you're not meshing, that's going to be an issue. So they like to get kind of a gauge on what's happening as well as your athletic ability and how you perform as an overall athlete. Fluidity, smoothness, as well as power, speed, those types of more measurable things are all going to be looked at keenly today, as we have scouts from all over the world here today, actually, with the MLR, CFL. We have a few guys here from Arena League football. It's just a very populated scouting environment. It's really the scouting hub of the world is Indianapolis, Indiana, as we all know. And right now, Grand Park here at the Event Center, we've taken it over. We're going to take a quick break here on the live, and we'll come back with some more times and more interaction with you guys. So we'll be right back after this quick break. I'm Luke Radley.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also in sight with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, National Scouting Combine, Grand Park Event Center, your man, Eric Wilson. Let me get my guys on camera for a little bit. Mr. Luke Raspberry in here. Luke, how are you, my man? What's going on?
Oh, we're doing great here out in the field, having an enjoying time, really getting kind of that camaraderie we talked about earlier going around here with the players,
Awesome.
getting them involved.
So talk to me about, just the experience of today and just how you're feeling with regards to the National Scouting Combine.
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's been a great way to kind of get all these players out here in times that we've kind of had some limitations, especially due to COVID-19 and other events getting canceled. It's been great to kind of get these guys out here and get them performing at athletic peaks. And it's just really been some of those things of the scouts are excited to be out here, the coaches are excited to be out here, and so are the players. And you can just kind of feel that energy, which has been crucial and just been a great atmosphere to be involved with. So it's one of those things that you really want to come out and see and want to be a part of, because it's a fantastic experience here at the fantastic Indianapolis Grand Park Event Center. So it's really been one of those things that I've just enjoyed doing.
Awesome. So I know we're on a small break as we're setting up drills and some guys are doing tracer, but have you had an opportunity to talk to any of the players just about their time and their experience?
We have not yet, but we're going to get plenty of interviews for you guys here and make sure we get those involved as they're kind of just finishing up, and we're going to get them during the break. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Awesome. So, listen, I'm just going to start talking about some of the guys and reporting on what we've done. If you've got a guy, I'm going to keep you on. If you were able to get one of the guys to talk to them and pull them aside just to get their thoughts, I'd love to get their feedback on, just how they're feeling today and how they feel they performed during each of the drills.
We'll get on that and we'll get right back with you. We'll be right there.
All right. Awesome. While Luke is doing that, again, let's talk about some of these guys. And I mean, just the impact that they've had, having the ability to come out here to the National Scouting Combine and just be a part of what is going on. I mean, it's huge. And sorry about that. Everybody is just chiming in because everybody wants to be a part of this event. Everybody wants to see what's going on and just have such a great and tremendous experience. I know Luke, there he is. He's actually going to grab some of the guys and actually just kind of give us, like I said, their thoughts, their feedback on what they've got going on. But you have guys like a Darian DeBrossard. He was probably one of the highlights of today. Definitely going to get some recaps on him as the day goes on. A man that I talked to, Cameron Fitz. I mean, like I said, this man wants to play for Baltimore badly. And he was showcasing his ability out there. You had another guy, Paul McKeevy Jr., just to name some D linemen and offensive linemen. My man, Joseph Bonner, I saw him at the Pro Agility, saw what he is capable of doing. I got a couple guys here. Everybody is just kind of getting themselves situated before they start these drills here at the National Scouting Combine, Grand Park Event Center. But then, of course, you've got your running backs. You've got your Trey Burnett's. You've got your Josh Dosters. You've got your Markel McCoys. I mean, each and every one. Nolan Saccarini as well. You've got these guys who are just about, their opportunity. Let me go ahead and shoot it back to Luke real quick. I think he's got somebody. Luke, how we doing, man?
It's going great here. We're here with Trey Coleman here live at the event. Trey, how's your day been going? You been enjoying the experience?
Yeah, I've loved it, man. It's been a lot of fun learning new drills and learning new people, you know what I mean? Getting to know new people.
Of course. And what would you say has been the biggest takeaway for you so far today?
My biggest and my goal was to hit over 20 on the bench press, and I did so today.
That's fantastic.
All right, so wait, hold on, Luke, I got a question. Luke, I got a question. How many did he get? He said he got over 20, but how many over 20 did he get?
I have no idea.
Say it again.
Repeat the question for us.
Repeat that for me.
I said, how many over 20 did you get? You said you got over 21. That's not over 20. That's just, you got it. Come on now. I mean, you said over 20. I was thinking like 26, 27, man.
Nah, we just got 21 here today, man. But, more than that in the future, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes. All right. Well, congratulations on that, man. Thank you so much, man. Luke, I'm kicking it back over to you, sir.
Awesome. We really appreciate Trey taking the day.
So, yes, that was our man, Trey, stretching out, getting himself ready. As they're setting up some more of these drills here for these young men, we're going to make sure that we're able to provide you guys with just a better camera angle of what's going on here at the National Scouting Combine. But your man Eric Wilson here, Sports Arena, Grand Park Event Center. And like I said, this is just day one. Again, let me highlight and show everybody, for those who may not see it, we've got the defensive backs and linebackers coming in later on today. I'll have a chance to interview and talk to some of them tonight. And then they perform tomorrow right back out here at the Grand Park Event Center, doing these same drills that you've seen the young men, defensive linemen, offensive linemen, and running backs doing here today. I think Luke might have somebody else. Let me see if I can definitely go ahead and get him in here. Luke, who you got, man?
Hey, we're here with Shane Carpenter. He's been having a great day so far. We wanted to get his input. Shane, how's your day been so far? How have you been enjoying the experience?
Been enjoying it. Felt pretty good out here. Trying to put some good numbers, keep yourself seen again.
Of course. What would you say has been the biggest highlight for you so far today?
Probably my pro agility and my 5-10-5 and probably the L drill. I started off a good 40 earlier.
Of course.
I started on my 40.
That's the important part, So obviously coming to Indianapolis has been good for all of us during this COVID time.
Yeah.
How would you say your
I've enjoyed different. I'm from down Louisiana. So, weather's great. Can't complain about it. And it's very organized how y'all doing everything. So.
Yes, sir. We really appreciate it. The final question for us is if you would have your own combines, anything you would change to make it even better?
I haven't really thought about that, but probably not. Like, it's been going pretty well. I guess a little bit more warm up between different things, so you can practice a few drills before you get thrown around. Other than that, it's
of course. Well, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. We hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. That was Shane Carpenter talking to us live here at the National Scouting Combine at the Grand Parks Event Center. Kick it back to you, Eric.
Thank you very much, Luke. I'm sitting here with a man who I had the pleasure of interviewing a little bit ago. This is Deondis Mendenhall, man. Man, how have you been?
Been good, man. I feel good. I've been moving good. Got a little bit tight in the 40, but I can work on that.
Okay. All right. But just your overall experience of coming out here. And, here's the thing. There has not been an NFL Combine this year. There won't be. So it's pretty much going to be about what you gentlemen do here today that's really going to help elevate you. So just give me your thoughts on what you've seen so far and some of the brotherhoods that you've been able to create just last night and today.
Oh, man. Honestly, what I see here today, man, it's a brilliant opportunity. Give our glory to God for, allowing us to be here and being able to, be here and do this. Because, too many schools are not having pro days this year. But the great guys that I met, man, they're some real brilliant guys, man. I've shared my testimony with a couple guys, and a couple guys shared their testimony with me. Man, great guys. Some of them, man, real deal get a shot because some of them are, able to move forward and be able to, adjust real quick. That's the game. You got to be able to adjust to the environment.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see your stats, man. I know Fusion Sports is definitely going to hook us up with that, so you guys will have them as well, but I'm curious. But, brother, I appreciate your time. I just wanted to get you while I had a chance to get you over here and keep that conversation going, man. Yo, stay blessed, and thank you so much.
Will do. Thank you, Eric.
Appreciate you. So, yeah, your man Eric Wilson here at Sports Arena. And these young men, as they get set up to do their drills and go through the rest of today here at the National Scouting Combine, it's going to be very interesting to see how the rest of this day plays out. They've put in the hard work. They've put in the sacrifice. They've done their due diligence. So now what I want to see is, what are you gentlemen going to do now when it comes down to working with each other and keeping that continuity and just keeping that focus on making sure you achieve your goal of elevating your game to the next level. Let's take a real quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Back in a few minutes here, National Scouting Combine, Grand Park Event Center, your man Eric Wilson, Sports Arena. Back in a few. Welcome back to National Scouting Combine here at the Grand Park Event Center. Got my man Luke joining me here as well. He had the opportunity to speak to some of the players, and as did I, as these young men get set up for their next set of drills that they have going on, being coached by guys like Coach Blackwell, who has connections to the NFL. Coach DJ Daniels has played in the CFL. You've got scouts out here. You've got ESPN Denver out here. I mean, just to watch what these young men are about to do to cap off their day here with the National Scouting Combine has been huge. So Luke, give me your impression as we get set to watch these gentlemen, go through these simple drills as far as what their leg work, what their hands look like, what their feet look like.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's been an interesting experience so far today just with the guys. And obviously, this morning, they were all a little bit tense. First day, they've all been traveling quite a ways to get here in Indianapolis. And, it's nerve-wracking. All these guys have done these drills a million times in preparation for today. But in that moment when, you're taking that final exam or you're taking that driver's test, everything that you practice goes out the window. And so kind of adjusting to that has really been huge for them. They've settled into a rhythm. They've kind of gotten more comfortable. We've seen a lot of camaraderie going on, guys laughing, joking, bonding over where they grew up or schools they've gone to, teams they've played. And it's just been fun to have that experience. As they've gotten more loose, their feet have also gotten faster, which has been a huge thing for everyone. As we know, if you play looser, you're playing faster, and that's what we really want to see here today. It's not necessarily about how fast you get there, but it's how good you look doing it. I mean, if you're sharp, if you're jagged, if you're not looking smooth and fluid, it's not as natural of an athlete. It's not going to impress anyone out here today. You have to really be improvising your athletic ability and your smoothness while doing these things. That's a big key drill as we're going to watch these guys as they go through position-specific drills. It's going to really allow us to see what kind of guy they are, what their athletic profile allows them to become as a football player and not just an athlete. Some of these guys we've seen out here today don't have much football experience or due to COVID purposes haven't played football in quite a while. So they may look a little rusty. We want to see, is that athletic profile we've seen earlier today going to translate into more football-specific things here for the rest of the day?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let you handle the console here. I'm gonna pass the con over to you. I want to go out and see what these guys are doing with some of these drills. So I'm gonna jump on here. We can keep this going.
Of course, we're going to have a running back specific group and we're going to have a lineman specific group. We're going to have two separate drills going on at the same time because really it wouldn't make sense to have running backs working on lineman stuff and vice versa. So we're going to allow them to kind of be individualized and showcase usually what they can do as football players. And it's going to be an interesting experience. All the morning we've been looking and kind of focusing on if you are able to be a pure athlete, how fast can you move? How fast can you change directions? How much can you lift? How strong are you? What are those abilities going to be? But now we're going to see, in terms of football, how can you utilize those things? Are you a power guy, speed guy? What are you really doing? Are your hands what's relying on you? How is it going to work? And how is it going to perform? That's really one of the amazing pieces of today is really going to be able to showcase who you are as a football player. And we're looking forward to getting that started now as Coach Blackledge is working his group, as well as we're having little live action here as Coach Jimmy Kibble, CEO and coach, breaking it down for the linemen as having to get them in the right position. It looks like they're having to move. We've got the linemen over here on the right side, straight in front of us. We have the running backs who are still figuring out exactly what is needed of them. We got Eric live on the field here today. As the linemen will be going through a drill that will require them to pop up fast. As you see, they'll start on the ground and then move laterally as well as input where their hands are and then correctly respond to wherever they're going and what's told of them. So it's going to include their entire body, especially their core, and then also how to use strong hands and then the reaction time. Importance here is the buzzing of the feet and then also the reaction time here. See how his feet are working and still moving. He's got to be able to see and then bend it the same way. It's a very interesting drill. It's going to require a lot of athleticism, understanding of the position, and then also if you are able to use those feet the best of your ability. Obviously, false steps are a big thing on this one. Are you wasting movement? Are you wasting speed? Are you losing power around the edge? If a tackle was right there to push you over, would you fall? You have to have balance, core strength, power, everything that's necessary play football in this drill. You see there where there was a longer cut around the edge, kind of a waste of motion. We want to see that narrowed down there, to be able to get the most out of his body and his rep. So we're looking not only at the time, but necessarily more how it's going, how the movement is. There's no recorded speeds or times on this one here today. We're really wanting to see, can you move? And can you move in terms of football? We want to see in this footwork, we want to see you staying low, keeping your elbows firm and ready to your body to control and use hits. We don't want to see a lot of wasted arms and legs on this one. We want to see you getting low into your base, moving, breaking out, exploding out, using your body to the best of its ability and not wasting space, converting speed to power, converting balance into speed. We're getting a great angle here. A lot of this is also having to kind of think through, where's my feet going? What am I going to do? How am I going to be able to get this done? And that's really what we want to see is, can they do this? Can they move? Can they get it done? Are they going to be able to do this very extreme task, which may seem like, well, this never happens in football. I'm never sitting in between four pads and having to pop up and run around and make a play. Well, think about it. You kind of are, because if you get knocked down in a play, you have to start on the ground and get up. There's going to be traffic around. We're simulating traffic and working through it and then getting around that edge. We always want to see with edge defenders, as well as any defensive player, how well they bend to get around that edge, because the tackles at the level of competition we're going to have them be facing are going to force them to make those plays, you know? There it is. We want to see that bend and that natural movement. The raw athleticism is what we're looking for here. Can you move? Can you bend? We know some of these guys have had great days so far athletically, but we want to be able to now see, can they convert that athletic power and that athletic speed into direct football movements?
Come on, don't touch the bag. Come on.
Some of the times these drills, we have a flaw. Really, you're in the middle of the drill. We want to see you finish it. I want to see how you respond to when things don't go as planned. Sometimes messing up in your head, you think, oh, this drill's done, I'm not going to be able to make it up. But when you mess up and then respond correctly, that can be sometimes better than just a straight-up great performance, because we just saw you be able to respond to a tough situation and impact and make a play out of it. In football, not everything's going to go the way you play. Not every rep is going to be a perfect pass rush. You got to be able to work with things and kind of respond correctly to make the best performance possible. Balance is key here as we move to the things. You want to keep a low center of gravity. Be able to control your power, your speed, and your balance all with one by having a lower center of gravity. Less movement up top will force you to kind of bobble over and be more of a weeble wobble than an athlete. This is the National Scouting Combine. Once again, I'm Luke Raspberry coming to you live here from the event center here at Grand Park. It's been a fantastic day so far. If you're just joining us, we're watching the defensive linemen and the offensive linemen work through their position drills, as the running backs are also working through things on the far end of the field as well. With the linemen, we're looking to see body control really right now is the main focus. Body control, acceleration, deceleration, balance, footwork. Looking to see what kind of an athlete are you. We've been seeing all day these guys perform high power, high strength, high speed. Now we want to see, can they convert that into football movements to be able to adjust when things don't go the best way. You know, you got to control your body to be able to make an impact play around the edge and make those strip sacks, make those tackles, get those tackles for losses. Because that's what the defensive line and the offensive line are really having to work on, is movement skills and fighting one another. Now we're getting another look at the running backs here on the other side of the field as we take a break from the linemen. It's been a fantastic experience so far. We got to talk to some of the players earlier in the day about their experience and how they've enjoyed the time here in Indianapolis and getting to come down here and showcase their athletic ability. A lot of these guys are super excited to have this opportunity and this chance to perform at the highest level. As we see the running backs now. running back's one of those positions that's really kind of been wearing and tearing on people. It has a shorter lifespan just due to the high collision rate. And, we asked a lot of our guys, if that bothers you, if you've considered playing other positions, if any of those things have factored into whether or not you'll be a running back at the next level. And every single one of them said, no, I love playing running back. I love the collision. I love getting hit. I love all those impact plays. And it's just a different breed of person that just enjoys, making a difference for their team, getting it, scanning every possession, working hard every single snap.
All right, guys,
Really appreciate those guys out there. You're going to get up close to you and the running backs and what they're doing in their drill.
Go right off the guard. Okay? You're going right at that guard. You're going to take it. You got to run through this hole. As you run through this hole, this backer's going to fill the hole. So he's going to move left and right. So whichever way he moves, he's going to jump up. Now you got to go to the second level. So he's going to move left and right. Cut again and take it to the house. Everybody got that? So you could come through the hole. Jump that way. Boom. Now you can jump. Left and right. Okay? Then go to the house. Everybody got that? Good. So we're going demo.
We see the whole group of running backs there here at the National Scouting Combine preparing for their on-field position work.
Open up.
They've been having a great day so far.
Yeah. Everybody good with that? Live.
We've had some real speedsters highlighted in the group today so far. It's been a joy to watch. Guys like Deshaun Jones and DeAndre Strickling have really highlighted the group from the athletic perspective so far. We'll see if that translates as we see Strickling right now.
Come back, do it again.
Beauty of the running back position is it's not one body type. In the offensive line, we saw a lot of similar body types. Big, massive, long arms, high anchors, being able to sit down there and use their base for power. But with running back, it's a lot more of an art. We've seen a lot of body types kind of differ. We've seen some tall guys, thin guys, short guys, lower center of gravity guys, receiving guys, power guys, agility guys. It's really more about whatever you can be. It's more like an art form. If you can succeed this way, then we give you more power to you. And it's really a beauty to watch as these guys go out there and perform to the best of their ability, no matter what body type they're blessed with, their skills that they have. It's really one of those things. It's just how well can you do it. In this drill right here, we're simulating a live handoff. And then the running backs are being forced to read as if a linebacker was in the hole. So they're either going left or right, depending on the correct read. It's really more about reception and as well about input and how fast they can convert that input into the correct motion. So it's an intellectual drill as well as looking at the footwork, handoffs, how smoothly are they taking it, what kind of athletic ability they have as far as how many handoffs they've taken, things along those lines. It's really forcing the muscle memory to come into play here in this high-pressure situation I talked about so many times. Can this guy take that Super Bowl handoff at the 1 yard line and not mess it up? Can he read the hole correctly? There we saw a little bit of a floof on the read, and that's going to happen. And then it's how are you going to respond to that? We saw a great reaction there to get up and make a play and not just stay down, as that was my goal. And we really are enjoying this live in-person look here at the running backs. As you can see, they're actually making a double cut in the hole. So they're cutting in the hole and then also cutting to the end zone, whether or not based on their reaction. So it's the one cut and then second cut right off of the safety. So we're initiating a linebacker and a safety double cut. I'm trying to get up vertical to the house. So that's the end goal of the running back, is to eventually score on every single play. We want to see smooth transitions, getting in and out of breaks. How fastly can you change direction while still keeping momentum going forward is really the big deal here, because if you're having to stop and start, that allows pursuit angles to get up. So you want to keep that similar speed all the way through while still also making those deep aggressive cuts into the ground. We don't want to see any wasted steps here. We don't want to see any wasted movements. We want to be concise, firm, aggressive, powerful, strong, agile, all those characteristics that you would think of that would define a professional player. We want to look and see here. We want to see how your hips move. We want to see if you can open them up, if we can use them, or if your hips are stiff. The guys with stiffer hips are going to struggle to stay with those cuts and those breaks, as well as your ankle mobility if you can really plant and cut, or if you're having to kind of get your whole center of gravity over the top to move. That's when you really notice a difference in the cutting ability and the difference in the fluidity of these drills. A little bit of a hesitation steps there. So there's different ways that you can cut, you can hesitate, you can kind of make the whole entire body move, and that's kind of what we're showcasing here is how this guy likes to move, his cut ability, his jump cuts, what he uses, how he moves, how he transitions in and out of his breaks. Really gives us a more complete picture of the player than just kind of seeing how he moves, his athletic ability. We're really looking at who he is as a running back. What are his go-to movements? How does he get in and out of breaks? How does he kind of take those opportunities to grow and learn more about himself and develop that into the next level? Is he staying the same cut as we've seen on film? Is he showcasing new things? You know, obviously, as we talked about earlier many times today on the broadcast, that the combine is not how we're basing guys. A good combine is not going to get you drafted. But when you have great film and you reach all the benchmarks required to really perform at a high athletic level, that's what gets you drafted. It's more an insurance. We want to see if you hit the benchmarks. Are you deficient in one of these areas? Are you not fast enough? Are you not quick enough? Are you not agile enough? Are you not strong enough? We really want to know, are you above the benchmarks to be able to perform at the level we've seen you on your film? So these guys like come out here and have a bad rep. Might struggle in one area, that's okay. But we want to just see who they are, what their athletic profile is, what the makeup is, to see where they're deficient and how big of a deal is that at the position they're playing. Some of the times it doesn't really necessarily matter. You don't have to have a ton of bench reps at wide receiver. It's great if you do, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's not really necessary for your play, as well as 40 times an offensive lineman. Obviously, you want to see your athletic ability, but
everybody got that? Let's demo it.
we want to know really who are you and what you can do. As the running backs are beginning to transition into their next drill,
Hey, look, we can do this.
Coach Blackwell is also going to walk us through that one more time here.
On the side way, now go to this side. Left and right, we're going to go this way. Here we go. Demo.
We're really going to showcase here the athletic ability and the receiving ability of these running backs here. You know, the league has really transitioned into you have to be able to catch to play off.
I'm gonna work out, and I'm gonna try today.
You have to be able to use your hands, catch, make an impact, and play at a level. You know, guys like Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, the elite of the elites right now are basically receivers at the running back position. You want to be able to see how you can use your hands, if you're a body catcher, if you have strong hands, how you can make those impact plays. And in this high-pressure situation, you know, this is really one of those times where you're not thinking about looking into your hands. You're not thinking about doing those things. You're relying on your muscle memory. And we want to see where that guy is as far as a receiving threat. It's one thing to be a one-cut runner, but if you can be a one-cut runner and then also use your hands to make plays out of the backfield, that's when you become a danger and a threat to the other opposing defenses. And offenses can get creative and how they use your
Live.
That's a good clean rep there, good catch. As we're getting the absolute most out of our cameraman here to be able to get these looks. What we want to see here is not only do we have to rely on the kindness of our quarterbacks, but we also have to rely on the ability to trust our hands, adapt to the play, see it in their hands and go and make the field. A lot of these guys I'm noticing are looking upfield before they even make the catch, which is kind of the reason that they're struggling. Right there was a great example of a good hand catch there, as we saw. That was a beautiful, beautiful rep. You want to be able to look it into your hands, not use your chest, not use your stomach, not rely on your body to stop the ball, but you want to be able to have access to it, be able to move it, be able to use it, have a good opportunity to make a play. See there, that was more of a basket catch, letting it come into your body. When you do that, you don't have as much freedom. If you're down here, you can't go, you can't move. You have to collect the ball. If you catch it here, whoop, you already have the option to move and make a play. As a running back, catching the football out of the backfield is all about how quickly can I make a play after I get it. How can I move? How can I adjust? What is my abilities to move without the ball? How do I make plays? Those are the questions. You want to be an impact and a danger to the opposing defense, but to do that, you have to be able to move. You have to be able to make a play. You have to have options with the football. You can't just be a one-trick pony, as we've seen in previous times. The best runner is the best running back. Now it's about versatility. Can you catch? Can you open up? Can you rely on your body? Can you make plays in the air? Can you pass block? Can you do all these things that are so necessary in the running back position that is just so crucial, as we're seeing these guys really working on the swing routes right now, screening out, getting out there, getting vertical, and getting up the field, which is the other part of this drill is how are they getting up the field? You know, if they just keep running vertically with momentum, or can they put their foot in the ground and cut up and get those extra yards to get to the end zone?
Run.
We're seeing these guys really be able to come out and showcase their ability. We've had some pretty good reps so far today.
Even better.
You know, getting into the swing of things, getting used to it. It's so big. A lot of the guys came out here and had a rough first rep, rough hands, a little bit of body catching, not being able to really secure it and use the triangle. But as we got going, a lot of the guys really adjusted well, got another level, got some comfort, got some ability to play. Those nerves. And that's really this is good opportunity. And, you know, as fans, we have to think about that as we get a good look there at CEO Jimmy Kibble live from the Indianapolis, Indiana Grand Park Event Center.
If I do that, stay there. Demo. Nope. Bang. Bang.
As again, now it's more of an over-the-shoulder toss. It's more of a get into the flats and make a play route, as we showcase there with Strickling. That's actually Deshaun Jones just went right there. Deshaun Jones had a fantastic 1-5-7 10-yard split earlier today that really impressed a lot of our scouts and coaches here. This is D'Angelo Strickling. Long part of the day, he was our leading 40 time with a 4.65. I believe that is Jones again, perhaps. No, that is Prodre Luckhart. Here we're getting a closer look at Markel McCoy. This is Isaiah Banks. Now we are getting to see Shannon Warren. Now we are getting a closer look at Josh Doster. Really, these running backs are looking great today so far. Chevelle Clements Jr. there with the dive. Da-na-na, da-na-na. What a play there by Chevelle, putting his body out there to make a play. Chevelle went to Robert Morris University, 5'9", 203-pound running back, fullback combo. That was just Trevante Coleman. Now we're getting another look at Jordan Shippey. Jordan was the leading three-cone runner for a majority of the day. That was Luis Quinas. Good route there. Good catch. Didn't have a strong enough hands to really bring that one in, but that was good form and a good rep nonetheless. Out of Ty McKenzie. That was George Rios with a good rep. Nolan Saraceni there. And now we're back to the top. This is again Deshaun Jones. Deshaun's has had a great day so far as the running backs will adjust and have another team meeting here to discuss their next rep. During that break, we'll talk a little bit about the importance of the day. We've seen a lot of athletic ability. We've seen a lot of speed, a lot of power. Now the guys are kind of getting an opportunity to relax, get into their comfort zone, use their football knowledge, kind of find that little zone they've enjoyed. The linemen are getting physical. The running backs who brought the footballs out. It's really become a time that's not just about athletic ability, but also now it's brought football into it. So a lot of the guys have gotten a lot more comfortable. You can tell it in their body language. You can tell it in the way they've been reacting to things. As now we're back with the linemen, as now we're looking at how they're opening their hips. This is specifically hip opening, pulling, using those things. We're looking to see if the hips open up like a baseball player still in a first base. They can get lateral, get movement there. If they're happening to take a false step to get back into their hips, rely to get into those movement skills. This is all about limited motion to save time, to get speed to power, to convert, to clear holes in the running game. Now we're seeing the defensive line here as they are working on getting out of their stance, using their hands, using their core, relying on balance. This is all about hand usage right here. Hand usage and center of gravity. Are they staying low? Are they relying on their body? Are they using their hands? Are they wasting any motion? These are all crucial things here. A lot defensive linemen as they use that power, use that strike. You want to be able to get your hands involved so you're not wasting any space. Get around that edge and convert speed to power. That's all it is. That's what football is here in the most minute details, is converting speed to power, utilizing your balance, kind of staying and playing with a low anchor. Little man wins, we always say at football, but we teach the youth league all those times. When they're running that edge, you want to watch and see what kind of angle they're coming at. Are they wasting time? Are they wasting space? Are they cutting it sharp? Are they going? The D-line are always so excited, and they just have such a violent hands, vicious aggressiveness, converting that speed into power, as we're talking about just now. As we're walking back over to the offensive line, we're looking at them and showcasing their ability to play. A lot of this is relying on their ability to move, use their footwork, get involved, and then also driving their hips through contact. As we saw there, you want to get up and drive, which really relies on you to force your hips forward. If you're not using those hips, you're just kind of relying on your upper body and your hands instead of your whole entire body. So once you get the defender locked up, you want to get your hands inside and drive the hips, which is what we're kind of seeing here. How fluidly can they convert speed to power with their hips and utilizing that to their advantage? You know, we're getting that still mobility, that opening up of the hips at the position, at the stance. You want to open up, get your body exposed to get vertical, to get able to get up in the air. You don't want to go backwards or slow. You want to open those hips up and move to the angle you need to go. And then once you get there, can you decelerate enough to be able to engage your entire body? Or are you relying on forward momentum and things along those nature? The drills have been going great so far this morning. The running backs have been working with the footballs, enjoying themselves, and the linemen have gotten their hands involved, hands dirty, and gotten a little bit of aggression out there, which we always want to see out of the big boys, and we've all been enjoying watching it. You know, we've seen a couple guys get thrown around and enjoy themselves, so it's definitely been a fun time to see as we're joined here again with Eric, you have a fun time out there looking at the drills and seeing the guys?
Listen, what I will say to you is there's a reason why. Oh, no, you're good. There's a reason why I'm not in shape, because watching what these athletes do out here is I just tried to run with about 4 of them and I was gassed. I'm not going to even try and lie to you, but I was thankful that I got to see it out there up close. I was glad to be able to share it with you and with Alex here, Luke, excuse me. So yeah, I mean, this has been truly amazing, and thank you so much for manning the comms here. Well, we got a chance to really go out there and show the people just what the National Scouting Combine is all about.
Oh, for sure. We have some elite athletes out here. We wanted to showcase their ability, their natural athleticism. And, a lot of the times we're watching on TV, we think, oh, that looks super easy, doesn't it? But, in reality, it's pretty hard. And a lot of us really get to enjoy just watching it and being a part of it. And that's still one of the things the National Scouting Combine has been able to bring us here, is a little piece of heaven this year. And we've gotten to watch these guys use their God-given abilities to make plays and impact. And it's just been fantastic to watch the violence and the athleticism they've showcased.
Yeah, with that, I think I need to give my man Luke here a break. He's been manning this thing for about 15 minutes now. We'll take a real quick break, folks. We'll be back in a little bit as these gentlemen wrap up their day here at the National Scouting Combine Grand Event Park Center in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Generations Physical Therapy has been the Tri-State's leader in physical therapy services for over 20 years. And now we have a convenient location right in the heart of the capital city of Charleston, just off I-64. With convenient parking and flexible hours, your access to physical therapy is second to none. Plus, Snap Fitness is also inside with 2 floors of gym equipment and sports enhancement training through A-Game Sports Performance. So whether you're needing hands-on physical therapy or looking to get results in our gym, our family's ready to help yours. Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness. Multiple services, multiple locations. Experience you can count on.
Your spot, Will. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. National Scouting Combine here at the Grand Park Event Center. Luke and I are going to wrap it up here for the day as these gentlemen, the offensive linemen, the defensive linemen, and the running backs, continue on through their drills and continually show these scouts, show these coaches, and basically give everybody the opportunity. We thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you join us back here later on this evening as these gentlemen are through for their day. Day 2 officially begins later on this evening when the DBs and linebackers show up. And we'll talk to them, we'll interview them, have a few conversations, introduce them to you, and then more importantly, look forward to seeing what they do back here at the Grand Park Event Center tomorrow for day 2 of the National Scouting Combine. Your man Eric Wilson, Sports Arena, alongside my colleague Luke. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all for timing and tuning in. We'll see you guys a little bit later on this evening.